Welcome back to Starsector. JC here. And we're surprisingly exactly where we left off. Yeah, that's because we're going to go do something incredibly stupid. Even more stupid than what we did last time by scanning a black hole. We are going up here. Now, it's a long trip, and I'm not going to make you watch me travel all the way up there. We've got plenty of fuel to go there and back again, no problems. I could probably go there, over here, drop stuff off, come over here. Granted, dropping stuff off is hazardous, because the hegemony don't like me, so I can't go in via the normal points. Technicalities. There are ways and means around that. Now what I could do is travel up there. See how far that goes. Might be worth a try. So, yes. It might make the trip longer, but we'll save fuel on the way up, and then if it's still there, I can just ride it all the way back down again. So, I'll probably try bringing you back when we get over here and see what fun and games we get. Or I won't. Well, I probably will, but, you know, technicalities. Right, here we are. I've just travelled over to here, and I'm going to ride this as far as it can take me. All ships, prepare to reverse your engine polarity. Reversed. We are now riding against the waves. This is very strange, but it works. Turn your transponder off, you idiot. Ah, this is strange, but so cool. Right. This makes slipstreams a bit more manageable. You don't actually get up to the higher speed, so you can actually stay inside them for a bit. A little easier to stay inside, not by much. Hey. Keep to the middle, lads. Keep to the middle. No, because that was going to eject me straight out. Right. At this point, we're exiting. Revert drive polarity. Well, that worked. That's a neat trick. I'll test that. No. No angry ships. No angry ships. Good. Right. This is where it gets dicey. Anchors. Go slow. I may turn sustained burn off as well. It means we'll move slower, but we are far less detectable. Right. Cancel that. We are not going into any of these. Yeah. I am gonna... I have to make a choice. I don't like making choices because they can go horribly, horribly wrong. There's lots of these nascent gravity wells. This will drop us in. Now, where are we trying to pick up? A barren weld. Right, okay. So, no real clues. So just pick one of these gravity wells and hope. There's no quick save, so there's only a full save. Oh well, never mind. If this goes horribly, horribly wrong, I have to revert back to the beginning of the episode. This was all just a simulation. If it goes wrong, if it doesn't go wrong, it was a cunning plan. I choose you. Hold here. Transverse jump. Prepare for bullshit. We're in the Corona. We need to move. Oh. Oh, that's horrible. That's got battleships and shit in it. I don't like this. Oh, this is why you do not jump in at the inner system. Oh, God. I don't think they've noticed me yet. Going slow. I'm going to slip into here. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Away. Hell with it. Just go. They have a fleet over the top of it. Oh. I would kindly ask you to bugger off. Don't make me push the 2 button. I don't like doing it. It costs me fuel. Go away. Sod off. I'll do it. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. So I can't stop. Sorry, you can't interdiction pulse somebody who's in emergency burn, dumbass. And... going dark. Changing direction. Shh. They don't know I'm here. It's excruciatingly slow. Painfully slow. Oh, thank God, go the other way, mate. We just have to get there. If it's guarded by a full-on station, then we're in trouble. Oh, God, grief! Patrol somewhere else, friend. Sod off! Dear Academy. I don't actually know how you intend anybody to actually be able to do this mission. Come on, please. Come on. Yeah. Okay, you send down a small salvage team. They access the library and extract the specified data codes without undue difficulty. Great. Leave. Burn. Yes, that's nice. Why do you interdict me while I was on an emergency burn? That makes no sense. I was in an emergency burn. And again. Oh. Aha. Begone, filth. Burn out. Go dark. Change direction. And when I'm far enough away, transverse jump. Poof! Bye, suckers! We're leaving! I no longer like this place. I am gone. Good day, sir. I've got your data, sirs. That was not pleasant. What the? Excuse me. Get lost. Bugger off. Nobody likes you. You drained my drive field, you parasites. I say. Oh. No manners. What? Okay. Any slipstreams I can nab? Yes. There's going to be one right in front of us very soon. Polarity is off, so I will follow the flow. Whoosh! Thank you very much. In the flow. Thank you. Get in the stream. Whoa! We are no longer hostile to the Iron Shell. Makes peace with you're no longer hostile to the hegemony. Excellent. That means they're not going to try and murder me when I enter this system. Oh. That loops all the way around. I have a new plan. We're heading to the forward operating base. And we're going to go for a jolly ride. Right, and we're going back down the way we came up, but this time a lot quicker. Tritachyon. Oh, we're invading Tritachyon. Oh, well. Serves them right. Right, as entertaining as this is, I'll bring you back when we get to the forward operating base. Restock on fuel, and then go hand this data in. Here we are. I've refueled. Didn't use much in the way of supplies, he says, knowing he took about 1,000 supplies. It's fine. Let's go hand this in and pick up the other quest, I think. Got 2 quests to do here. Hand one in and talk about another one. I have to check something. Factions. Inhospitable with the Independents, so I still have to have my transponder off. Otherwise the Academy won't talk to me. Ruins data recovery complete. Relationship with this person currently at favourable 18 plus 7. Oh wow. Improved by 3. Oh, just getting close enough gets you. You get within range and it will just transmit it back. Oh, okay. Fair enough. We're still going there anyway because we need to get rid of this one. I need to talk to a different academic. Academian. Somebody else who waffles too much. Transponder off. Hello. Greetings. Blah 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 blah. Open comms directory. Ask where you can find the office of Cornelius Ellick. A strange expression crosses the junior agent's face. That's your question. But it is instantly replaced by a return to bland pleasantness. Of course, Captain. I presume you have an appointment? Academia Ellick can be busy. He sent me a personal invitation. Of course, sir, the agent says. If you'll come right this way. You're led through the station's primary transport hub and are soon deposited in an airy plaza halfway around the ring of the station. Your junior agent leads you through crowds of students and past a few tight-lipped academians who scurry by clutching datapads. Junior agent fills the air with all sorts of patter as they must have saved for first cycle students. Basically trying to just fill the gap whilst you're walking, pointing out landmarks and remarking upon departments and figures of interest to niche fields of study. Could be useful later on, I guess. You arrive in a quiet hall off the main concourse, only a couple of decks above the station rim. An open volume ringed by railings provides a dizzying view of the clouds of Pontius below you. Nah. Third door on the right, sir. The junior agent makes a tight smile and disappears. Roger that. We enter. A man in academian's robes is buried in a hollow display. Several moons appear to orbit his head. Well, normally you look at them, not shove your head into it, but, technicalities. What have I told you hooligans about office hours? He shouts out. They don't start until... He finally looks and realises you aren't one of his students. He adopts a look of stern... Oh, God. Sophistication? What? Hey, don't use big fancy words. I just managed the ones before. Cradling his hands together as glowing orbs circle above. I suppose greetings are in order. I am Academian Cornelius Ellick, Senior Vice Chair of the Planetology Department of the Galactic Academy. And you are? I'm Dwight Wilson. You invited me to see you. Ellick stares at you. Spark of recognition failing to ignite. I'm afraid I don't recall, he said. What, may I ask, is the purpose of your visit? That was interesting. Vast fortune. Doing a job. You sent a message about an old mystery. I'd like to help solve it. Oh yes, of course. You should have simply said so. Obviously. He rushes out of his holo display to pick up a data pad, then places himself behind a large desk, waving you towards a chair. Unfortunately, it is occupied by a battered data core, the sort used in long-range probes. Now then, he taps his datapad, failing to notice your obstacle. Sir, I cannot sit in a seat that is currently occupied by a data core. They tend to be rather painful when you sit on them. The mystery concerns a very old dataset, which has been in the Galactic Academy archives for somewhat more than 200 cycles. I stumbled upon it in the course of my studies. Well, in fact, I was discussing the old archives with a friend, a wealthy patron of the sciences. A comment they made reminded me of its existence. Remain standing, because there's no way. He's going to ask why the chair's a data core. As it happens, this dataset is a recording of telemetry from a domain-era sensor array out on what we now call the Fringe. It was somewhat more civilized back then. This data was captured, though not perhaps by much. He chuckles softly at his wit. Sorry, it was a bit lost on me there, friend. As for the dataset, we only really have a complete source header. Really? You just have a header? God. Our copy is mostly corrupted due to anomalous degradation during hyperwave transmission and then over 200 cycles of low priority storage. Yeah, shoving it in a mouldy cupboard would do that. Shakes his head with somewhat disappointment at mistakes made by someone else. I could just say, this chair has a data core in it. He snaps out of his revelry and looks at the chair. So it does, he says. Please don't touch it. Any event. Oh, at least he won't ask me to sit down anymore. Alec cradles his hands, looking into an imaginary middle distance. This patron and friend offer to fund a project to recover an intact copy of the data from the source. He smiles, quite pleased with himself. An expedition shall be made to the original sensor array. Your name came up, Captain. Oh, yes. Find a sensor array, extract the data. Sounds simple, unless it's guarded by a frigging redacted nexus like the previous one I just dropped off. Oh yes, that's very helpful. When you put it like that, yes. He stands, placing his hands together behind his back and begins pacing. I shall provide you with a scientific hardware package my students have prepared. It is far from simple, I assure you of that. Have your technicians attach it to the sensor array and it will carry out the necessary operations. That's not all, however. He pauses and looks at you with a sly smile. Oh. I propose that once you acquire the data and my algorithm extracts the targeting coordinates, you then travel to the indicated location which lies at the heart of all of this effort. Explore what is to be explored, find what it is to be found. You will bring back no mere long-range scan, but a thorough investigation. Think of the science, think of the glory, and he winks. You must be thinking of that vast fortune. I do believe that Director Glory, my friend, will be more than delighted by this. Yes. Oh yeah, see, there's no point in trying to dig in more. So who is this friend of yours? Probably won't answer. What is so important? Ah, an excellent question. Alec taps his datapad and turns towards the holo display. The spinning moons have disappeared to be replaced by a map of the Persean sector, a broad swathe of stars. The core worlds are highlighted, the fringe stars somewhat dimmed. Here you see, or do not see, or it is in the crudest sense, a sort of absence, the Orion Persean abyss. It is far from a nothingness, however, and it is that not nothingness of which we are concerned. So there's something in the abyss. Correct, dear Captain. Alex sounds pleased that you have followed the trajectory of his lesson. Now, don't teach me. I shoot guns. I fly ships and shoot guns. I don't do this kind of stuff normally. There are indeed planets to be found there, cold, dark, and alone, bereft of their parent star, flung into the sparse wastes between the arms of our galaxy. Fun! I theorize that there is one of these planets our sensor arrays was targeting. His tones grows less heated, or rather, an unknown energetic event involving or concerning one such planet. We are not certain exactly which, however, and it is exceedingly difficult and expensive to perform any kind of broad analysis of these wayward children from afar. And with our sadly reduced means compared to the grand days of the Old Dominion. Yes, wow. Alright, yeah, I can go. Okay. In your message you mentioned the reward of a vast fortune. Indeed, look at your pride. Though I'm certain mere credits shall pale in comparison with the illumination of the unknown. Knowledge, after all, is the greatest treasure. Doesn't pay for my crew, or fuel, or supplies. Nick waves a hand. Don't misunderstand me. I may be a man whose domain is of the mind, but I appreciate that those such as yourself Have baser concerns. Trust that you will be rewarded. This project is funded by an excellent patron of the sciences to whom I vouch for. Wait entirely. Baser concerns. My friend letting my crew eat, letting my ships not break down, and fueling my engines. Those are not baser concerns. You don't get your data unless I have the fuel to fly there. Let's get this straight here. Yeah. What are we... Oh god. Whoops. I accidentally double-clicked. So... I didn't get clear. I don't know, he sputters. I'm sure it's a... 20,000 credits, maybe? Are you sure? That sounds a bit low for a trip to the fringe. Much less the abyss. It does. Just travelling out there will cost you about that much in fuel. I was sure that was enough. Maybe 50,000. Oh, they are. I think that's probably pushing it. Yeah. Try tachyon. Ah. I'm sure that he stammers, looking annoyed. I'm sure my patron will cover all expenses, he declares finally. After all, we are dealing with His mouth shuts and he looks at you hoping that you didn't hear that. Tritachyon is backing your project. It'd be absurd. I could have been starting to say any number of words. He doesn't look confident. So it is Tritachyon. They can afford 200,000 credits plus hazard. Wind. He rolls out his eyes and lets out a long sigh. Fine, fine. I'm sure it won't be a problem. Probably. That's a lot of credits. Yes, it'll buy me a new ship. He looks at you accusingly. It should be spent on primary research, not gliding rocket ships. But he holds up a hand as if to contain the outburst he presumes will come. I will hold my tongue. If the expedition is as much of a success as I believe it will be, the dear prize shall be... Exactly is this friend of yours? We already know it's Tritachyon. He frowns carefully, maintaining a thoughtful expression. Yes, we're sailing over. Time? Never mind. They have asked me not to reveal their identity. I believe, if anything, the humanity they show in not taking public credit for their contributions to the Great Academy, and my department in particular, are a sign of them. More noble, by far, is your willingness to take up this cause. Yes. Lie. Basically, don't press him for it. You're too kind, sir. Alex smiles, quite pleased with himself. I believe that my patron expresses a similar sentiment. We already know it's Tritachyon, so with the director, it's one of the directors at Tritachyon. We already know this, because we've managed to glean it out of him from other dialogue. He looks up and away. Not that I have not had to make sacrifices. Grand sacrifices indeed. Lonely calling at times. I hearten myself with the knowledge that I am enriching despite your attempts at winning his favour, he's lost the thread and taken it on a whole new course. Eventually, he drifts off into what looks like a thoughtful silence. Well. Excellent. I'll have the hardware packets transferred to your fleet immediately. He taps at a datapad, connecting comms, and reels off some purchase orders at some poor support staff. Off you go. We made the package installation idiot-proof. I'm sure you or technicians will be capable of installing it. Do not diss my crew, sir. I will airlock you. And there you go. Abyssal Space Oddity. Go to the ascent array located in the system. Wait, which end goes in the sensor array again? I'm sure we'll manage. Good. Turns back to his hollow display and begins arranging moons again. I await your return, Captain, he says over his shoulder. Leave. Done. Oh God. Okay. Leave. Pause that. And the transponder back on. We're not interacting with the station. But if the locals come over and look, they'll get rather iffy that I've got my transponder off. We're not at war with them anymore, so they won't try and kill me. But where is... Oh! Yeah! That's quite far out there. And that's pointing somewhere out here. Limbo. There is a system that you know about called Limbo, right in the bottom corner. When you go beyond here, well, I mean, we saw it in my previous one, where you drift too far down and things get very dark. Not at all pleasing. Unless you've already got a sense of contact like this, and you're just, even though you're heading in the dark, you know where you're going. You're not just drifting off into the abyss. How's my ship insurance? Renew. And I wish to insure that one, because that's actually a valuable ship. Good, right, everything's all insured. Good. Right, glitchy or rickety hard points? No. Right, it's been 5 months since we've been here. Oh. By we took a world. I didn't realise that they actually Diable avionics. I didn't realise they actually took one of the Iron Shell planets. You mad people! You managed to take. You mad lads. You absolute mad people. Right, on that note though, we're all out of time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to travel back to main base and we're going to... I mean, I could pick up a mission. So I'll have a look at the missions here, pick up another mission, and then head back. And then we'll just do some normal Diable avionics stuff for a few more episodes, because if I have to go and do another stealth op, I may go mad. So on that note, thank you for watching. Until next time, this is JC, out.